Welcome back to Great Day Live. Of course, it is Wealth Wednesday. We've got Mark Lamkin in studio with us today. We cover a bunch of different topics, but today we are actually talking about retirement without ever making a bad investment. So there are just so many things that people can do. I mean, myself, I feel like I talk about this every other week. I'm wanting to invest. I mean, my late 20s, so now is the time because the best time to start investing was yesterday. So number one mistake is claiming Social Security too early.
Well, this is reminding me of your previous segment. People were making these mistakes without even drinking those cocktails.
There you go.
They're
That's
not
right.
even intoxicated or hungover. But yeah, Elle, if you can tell me the day you're going to die, I'll tell you the perfect day to take Social Security.
Oh,
is that right? It's
right.
always, it's an actuarial game, right? Whether you get Social Security at 62, 65, 67, 70, it's designed to pay out the same amount of money based on life expectancy. So what comes into play is, does your husband or wife still work? What tax bracket are you in? But if you take it at 62, you could lose up to 30% of your benefits. If you're over a certain income, they'll even reduce you further. So the most important thing is look at that tax bracket. Are one of you still working? Do you need that money? Do you have to have that so you don't have to continue to work to do COBRA? There are so many things. The last thing I'll say is, we have a Social Security maximization report at my office that we'll do for anyone for free. It'll tell you the worst time to take Social Security based on your incomes, the optimal time, and the median time. So we'll give you the three chances, but it all depends when you pass away.
Exactly. Mistake number two is not having a tax strategy.
This is kind of tricky, and it took the first 10, 12 years in financial planning, I really didn't do this. But when you retire, especially if you have a spouse or significant other still working, maybe you should take that money out of all that money out of your Roth bucket, because you've got typically a taxable bucket, a Roth, which is tax-free, and your IRA or 401k that's taxable. So how you mix those can control which tax bracket you go in. So what you make's important, but what you keep's more important.
Exactly.
So if we see your tax returns, I can tell you how to take that money out. Once again, another report, Income Action Plan, will tell me the most profitable way for you to take money out and which accounts to take out when, which is a really tricky deal.
Yes, especially if you're trying to do it on your own.
Yes, yes. And I'm telling you, this whole AI stuff has changed the game. We've used it in the office, and the reports that we can run and tell you specifically to the penny of what to take out is absolutely amazing.
It really, really is. And so mistake number three is taking too much investment risk. I mean, you want to take risk, right? But not too much.
A lot of times people get bored in retirement, and they think they're the next Warren Buffett, and they like to day trade. Retirement is not the time to figure out you're a day trader, right?
No.
And when I'm talking investment risk, I'm just not talking about market risk. For example, if the first year or two that you retire, that market's down, if that market's down, you're taking more shares up, because when you're working and the market's down, you get the same check, right? You want the same in retirement. So if we go through a down market the first year or two, back to the financial planner or back to your software that you use, rerun those reports, because sequence of returns matter. And again, yet another report that AI has presented to us to increase the efficiency of those retirements. We want you to make your money last to the age of 100. So it's really important that. So don't day trade in retirement and take an income.
Please don't do that. Don't do that. And number four, this is a really, really big one, ignoring healthcare costs.
Fidelity did a study, and this surprised the heck out of me. The average couple in retirement will spend somewhere between $300,000 and $350,000 if they live in normal life expectancies, out-of-pocket cost, hearing aids, dental costs, prescriptions, Medicare gap coverage, whatever it is. So most people continue to work to age 65. The biggest reason is because of health care. But you're not off the hook then. There's still a lot more to do there, because health care is one of those deals that we have to. Are you healthy? What's your longevity? What's your mom and dad's health? It's hard to beat genetics. We've got to plan for those things now. Hallmark sold 85,000 cars last year for people over the age of 100.
Oh my goodness.
So let's not outlive your money.
That is so true. And where do people even start when they are thinking about all these things? They're, thinking about seeing you as a client, what should people kind of bring in with them so they can really get their their money to really work for them?
That's a great question. And so when we call people that are coming to the first time, the more info you give me, the better plan I can build you. So your 2 years worth of tax returns, any investment statements, your 401k, your trust, your wills, anything that has to do with your checking, any loans that you have, anything financially that has to do, I need to build that plan to be the best for you. So the information in, information out. So the more time you take to prepare, the more I can help you. After 34 years in this business, I know what I'm doing.
Right.
So bring that stuff to me, and I can make sure that you possibly or most likely will not run out of money.
Yes, that's the most important part, right? And when people are coming in for that first time, how long do you sit down and really take that time? How long would you say is that first meeting?
No cost, no obligation. Depending on the complexity of that, it's an hour to an hour and a half. And then I put a plan together and put the reports that we're talking about. I think there's 5 reports I give every single person that come in the second meeting at no cost, right?
Wow.
I think everybody should have those to see where they stand and where they're most likely to end up. Because remember, we talked about racing a few weeks ago. It's not who starts the Derby the fastest, it's who finishes, right?
Yeah.
So I want you to finish strong. I don't want you to go through healthcare costs. I don't want you to be on Medicaid. That's another word for welfare, right? I want you to be successful and enjoy that retirement, enjoy those retirement years.
I mean, they call them the golden years for a reason,
Yeah,
right?
you don't want to spend the golden years working at the Golden Arches.
No, you don't. So that's why you
I mean, if you want to, it's fine.
Totally
but
true.
Yeah, I don't want you to have to.
Exactly, Mark. Thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
always coming in
Thank
every
you so much.
Wealth Wednesday. So again, if you're interested in learning more, just head over to lamkinwealth.com.
Wealth Wednesday on Great Day Live is sponsored by Lamkin Wealth Management.